So listen students, it is a very classical example of application of vapor density. This is a very classical problem regarding vapor density calculation. I think you just read out, you just copy this question first, you just quickly copy this question first and then try to do it. Just pause the video and try to solve it by yourself. Then you just follow up how I am solving this question, how I am solving. Okay, so I am moving it. You have find out that question in this whiteboard first. You just make a pause and just copy the question and then try by yourself and just follow up how I am solving this question. So it is given A and B react to produce C according to a given reaction to A plus B, to A plus B is equal to C. And A, B, C are the formulas of three gaseous substances. All are gaseous. A, B, C, they are gaseous substances. The vapor density A, B are given. It is 32 and 16 respectively. Find the vapor density of C. That's a very important, interesting question. So, the concept which we have to apply, definitely it is the concept of mass conservation principle in chemical reactions. This is a chemical reaction given, and that for every chemical reaction the mass, total mass in the reactant side, that will be equal to the total mass in the product side. This is the major concept that will involve in solving this particular problem. Okay, so I have given a particular reaction 2A plus B. 2A plus B, it is equals to C. Okay, and I have given A and B have vapor densities. A and B have vapor densities. I can write A and B has vapor densities. I can write in this way. They are 32 and vapor density of B, it is 16. And I have to find out the vapor density of C. This is the question in simple form. A reaction is given 2A plus B is equal to 2C, and I have given vapor density A 32, vapor density B 16. I have to find out the vapor density of C. This is the problem. Now, from here I can write directly molecular weight of A or molar mass of A. It will be 32 into 2, that means 64. Again, molar mass of B, that is equals to 16 into 2, that is 32. So I can find out the molar mass of A and B from this information. Now see, in this reaction, how we will write? So how much part of A will react with B? So I can write 2 into, here it will be 64. 2 into 64 grams of A. It combines with B, it will be 32 grams. Okay. So 2 into 64 means 128 grams. 128 grams of A reacts with 32 grams of B. So in the reactant side, reactant mass, we have reactant mass that is equals to 128 plus 32, leading to it is 160. Okay, so reactant mass having 160. Now we have mass conservation principle during a chemical reaction. So mass will always remain fixed. If 160 gram A and B both they will react, the C produced, the product produced, that will be also 160. So I can write here the product the product mass that will be equal to also 160. I can write it by principle of mass conservation. Principle of mass conservation. Principle of mass conservation. Principle of mass conservation in chemical reaction. It is a very good problem. So think how much of C is produced. C will be this. How much amount of C? The total amount of C, it will be 160. Now that C, suppose total amount C is this. Now before C we have two coefficient. So what will be the molar mass of C? So definitely the molar mass of C, it will be 160 by 2. So I can write molar mass. I can write here molar mass of C. Molar mass of C. Molar mass of C, it will be 160 by 2, that is equals to 80. Now the question is, what will be the vapor density of C? As we get the molar mass, it is very simple to calculate the vapor density. So vapor density of C. Again it will be equal to half of molar mass. So the correct answer will be 40. Okay, very good. So I have discussed two problems and 2 or 3 problems. Those are sufficient to describe how the questions will come from this relation m is equal to 2d. So you have to practice it well, then you can solve these problems in much easier sense. Okay, now I am moving to next application. Next application of Avogadro's hypothesis. So the next application, it is, I can write number 2, application 2. Next application 2. So application 2, it is, we can say, at STP, standard temperature and pressure, at STP, the molar volume of any gas or vapor is 22.4 liters or 22400 cc. 22400 cc, or it will be 22400 milliliter. This is the statement. If we one molar volume, what is molar volume? Molar volume means the volume occupied by 1 mole of a gas. What is 1 mole? 1 mole means molecular weight expressed in gram. A molecular weight expressed in gram, that is called the molar mass. And definitely the molar mass amount of any substance or molar mass amount of any gas, the volume occupied by it, that is called the molar volume. Okay, so this is also a very important statement of a very important application of this Avogadro's hypothesis. So I can also bring out a proof of this relation. Again, we have to draw this relation. We have to bring this relation from very starting definition of vapor density. So right, then proof. I will try to prove this statement by vapor density definition. I will start from the very beginning, that is vapor density definition. So vapor density, what it is called? Again, it is the mass. Again, it is the mass of any volume. Say I can write it V liter. V liter of any gas at STP. V liter of any gas at STP. So I think in case of general vapor density definition, we write at any temperature and pressure. Why not that temperature will be STP? I am taking this condition at STP. So I can write mass of V liter of hydrogen gas, V liter of hydrogen gas at STP. Okay. I'm just make a correction, make a more particular definition for vapor density. I can write it from general definition. I can write it. I have taken here V volume. V volume means V liter, V cc, V anything. So I can choose V liter here. And at a certain temperature and pressure, I can choose that temperature and pressure. It is STP. I can do it. Okay. So next step, I can write D is equal to, next step, mass of 1 liter of any gas at STP by so definitely we'll write it mass of 1 liter of hydrogen gas. Now mass of 1 liter of hydrogen gas, it is known to us. That value is 0.098 grams. Or in some books it is written as 0.09. So you can write it 0.098 grams. How? Because we have this idea, mass of 1 liter of hydrogen gas, it is equals to, definitely 0.089, sorry, 0.089 grams. Okay. So from here I can write, think what will be the mass of 1 liter of any gas at STP. What will be the mass of 1 liter of hydrogen gas at STP? So make a cross multiplication. Multiply this and then you will get this result. Mass of 1 liter of any gas at STP, that is equals to D into 0.089 grams. Okay. Now here more important questions may be set. It is called this mass of 1 liter of any gas at STP. It is called also normal density. It is called normal density. It is said to be normal density of a gas. So I can write normal density is equal to vapor density into 0.089. Okay, so this is another relation. It will come when we try to establish our desired relation. This is also another relation which you have to keep it in your mind, that if it is asked what will be the vapor density of some gas, suppose vapor density and normal density of oxygen gas, what will be the normal density of oxygen gas? You just find out the vapor density of oxygen, that is 16, multiply it by 0.089. We will get the normal density. Okay. Now again I am moving. Now our target, what will be the volume of 1 gram mole of any gas? So I am taking, let M molar mass, of any gas, that is equals to M. So gram molar mass, molecular weight expressed in gram, it is called m gram. So what is our target? Our target, what volume will be occupied, what will be the volume of m gram of that gas. What will be the volume of m gram of that particular gas? I have to find out this from the this concept of vapor density, or from the concept of Avogadro's hypothesis. So I can mold this statement now. Think, mass of 1 liter of any gas at STP is this. So I can reverse this statement. At STP. I can reverse this statement at STP. D into 0.089 gram. 0.089 gram of any gas. Occupies a volume 1 liter. Think whether we can write it. We have mass of 1 liter of any gas, D into this. So I can reverse this statement. If the mass will be this, then it will have the volume 1 liter. I have written this gram, D into 0.089 gram of any gas occupies a volume 1 liter at STP. So our target to find out the volume of m gram of gas. So I can write m gram of any gas occupies a volume. It is m by d into 0.089 liter. Or we have this concept, m is equal to 2d. I can put m is equal to 2d. We have this idea, 0.089. So this will cancel, and we have, if we find out approximately, this value will be 22.4 liters. Okay. So molar volume that will be equal to 22.4 liter. So we have this conclusion. Molar volume it is equals to 22.4 liter at STP. Okay. Molar volume, it is equals to STP 22.4 liter. So hence it is proved. So this is also an important relation which you have to study in your 9th standard syllabus. You have to be familiar with these concepts at 9th standard syllabus. Okay. Now I am doing an application of this question, of this part. Now I am moving to a question that deals with this concept. So I can write problem. A problem, I am writing it. Suppose 24 gram. I am writing this problem. Maybe these questions. This is a question which is asked in your either revision or annual exam, in previous annual or revision exams. I just try to memorize it. 20 gram of a solid element. 24 gram of a solid element on complete combustion requires 44.8 liters of oxygen at STP. What is said? We have taken 24 gram of a solid element, and that solid element is burned in presence of 44.8 liter of O2 at STP. At STP, the gaseous oxide produced, also occupies a volume 44.8 liter at STP. Now the question, this is the statement. Now the first question asked, what amount what amount of gaseous oxide produced? What amount of gaseous oxide produced? কত gram? How much amount? That means what amount of gaseous oxide produced? Number 2 question. Find vapor density. Find the vapor density. Find the vapor density of the gaseous oxide. Of the gaseous oxide. Find the vapor density of the gaseous oxide. So you just copy the, you just pause the video, just copy this question and try by yourself, and then follow up how I am solving this question. Okay, so let us try to solve this question. Okay, I think you tried in your copies how to solve this problem. No, so let us follow up. What will be the answer? What will be the solution? So what is given? What is given? 24 gram solid element and 44.8 liter of O2 at STP, that leads to the gaseous oxide. So the gaseous oxide produced that contains 24 gram, complete combustion occurs. So gaseous oxide produced, that is made up of 24 gram solid element and 44.8 liter of O2. So I can write the mass of gaseous oxide. The mass of gaseous oxide. The mass of gaseous oxide. Sorry, mass of gaseous oxide produced, that will be equal to, so 24 gram solid element, it is made up of 24 gram solid element, 24 gram solid element plus it will be 44.8 liters of O2 STP. So to find out the mass, it is not possible to add a gram with a volume liter. So we have to change it into gram, because we have to find out the mass of the gaseous oxide. So it will be 24 plus. Think. Now I am. You can do some more steps, but I am writing here directly. 22.4 liter oxygen, that will have a mass 32 gram. So 44.8 liter oxygen, that will have a mass. That will have a mass. How much? That will have a mass 64. Okay. Think. 22.4 liter of oxygen gas, that will have a mass 32 gram. So 44.8 liter, it will have the double mass. If 22.4 having mass 32, then 44.8 liter, that will have a mass simple 64. So we have 88. So it will be the first answer. First answer. What will be the mass of the gaseous oxide produced? It will be the first answer. Now the second answer. I'm moving to the second answer. What? Find the vapor density of the gaseous oxide. Now to find out the vapor density of the gaseous oxide, definitely we need its molar mass. We have to anyhow find its molar mass. Now what is given? It is given that this gaseous oxide 88 gram, that will also occupy a volume 44.8 liter. It is given in the problem. So I can write at STP, by problem at STP I can write 44.8 liter of gaseous oxide. 44.8 liter of gaseous oxide weighs how much? 88 gram. Now 22.4 liter gaseous oxide, it will have the weight 88, 44.8 into 22.4, that leads to, definitely think, that will have 44 gram. So we have this idea. Recently we just studied that 22.4 liter it will have the mass 44 gram. So 22.4 liter corresponding mass, that will represent its molar mass. So definitely the gas, it will have molar mass, gaseous oxide, molar mass or molecular weight of gaseous oxide, that is equals to 44, and since it will have the molecular weight 44, so definitely vapor density, it is equals to 44 by 2, that is 22. Okay, that is 22. So we have the second answer, we have reached the second answer, that is 22. I think you can understand what type of problems may be asked from this orientation. From molar volume, what type of questions may be asked, you can understand. Okay.